as you can tell from this title, it's a very different type of video today, something that I really wanted to film to let other moms know that they're not alone. I am 1 week and 3 days postpartum. I've got my little boy in the background just there. I have got the monitor on as well, and if you can hear any shushing sound, it's his white noise in the background. But Dan's taken the dogs out for a walk and India, and I just wanted to come on and just talk about what I'm going through at the moment. When India turned a year old, I went back to work full time, and India went to work nursery full time, and I did the full time, so it meant that I could get a full wage whilst being on maternity leave with Archie. And no, my bed's not made, this is real life. I just want to kind of show you actually that everything's not always happy and upbeat. And when I sent her to nursery full time, it's like she started to reject me, and she stopped coming to me, and she would always want to go to Dan, and there were times where she would still play with me and things like that, and people would always say to me, oh, she'll come back to you, she'll come back to you, you watch, when Archie's born all she'll want is you. And basically that hasn't happened, that hasn't materialised. And it's really hard as well when family members always say, every time they see you, oh, is she daddy's girl today, is she daddy's girl today? And I've been determined not to accept that maybe she is constantly daddy's girl and she doesn't want to know me at all. And from an outsider you're probably thinking, no, she does want to know you, she does love you, but this is how I'm perceiving it, this is how I'm feeling. And like when I fell pregnant, or sorry, when I went back to work, Dan did this thing where he never wanted India to tantrum, so he kind of just pleased her and constantly picked her up, whereas I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I've got things to do, you're gonna have to find something else to do, I can't be picking you up all the time. And that became evident when I went on mat leave as well, and she got better whilst I was on mat leave. Like, she came back to me quite a bit because I was spending time with her and it was just me and her. But when Dan's around, all she ever wants is Dan, she never wants me. And since Archie's been born, that's just got 100 times worse. And people will say to me, she'll come back to you, she will, but I don't think she will. Because I feel like I missed out on 17 months of her life because she doesn't want me. Like yesterday we had a family round, and Dan went upstairs, and I can't remember what for, and I didn't want her following him because it would mean she had to climb the stairs, and it was just more, you know, it was just hard work. And she cried when he walked off, and I tried to console her and she didn't want me, and she did that in front of family, and it was just really embarrassing. And Dan doesn't understand what I'm going through. And to me, like, it's so hard because I carried her for 9 months. I birthed her, and then I breastfed her for a year, and we had a fantastic relationship. And it was all very balanced between me and Dan. Like, she'd love Dan and she'd love me. And then as soon as I went back to work because I fell pregnant, she didn't want to know me anymore. And it's so hard being rejected by your own daughter. I can't even console her. She doesn't want hugs off me. She doesn't want to come and sit on my lap. She doesn't want to play with me. And occasionally she does. Occasionally she does play with me, but it's only very rare. And when Dan's around, she wants Dan, and she doesn't want me. And I suppose I'm making this video because I feel very alone. I know of one other mum through a Facebook group who has or is going through the same thing with her, I think, little boy, but she can't go anywhere near him. I mean, if I went to pick India up out of the cot, she'd throw a tantrum, she'd want her daddy. She wouldn't want me. And it's so hard because I'm someone who, if you reject me, I'll just walk away. Because I don't want to get hurt. And I'm kind of distancing myself from her. And it's also tough because I'm breastfeeding Archie at the moment, and I'm constantly thinking, you know, in a year's time, how are you going to be with me? Are you going to do to me what India is doing to me now? I don't think I can go through that for a second time. It's just so hard. It's so hard to be rejected by someone who you love. And I look back at photos and all I want is those hugs back from her. And then my sister has such a good relationship with her daughter. Her daughter is smitten with her. And I find that hard to see and think about. And I look back at photos of me in India, of how close we were, and all I want is that back. I want her to come running to me for a hug. Like, if she's hurt, I want her to hold her arms out to me, and she doesn't. I just wanted to film this so if anybody else is going through the same thing, you're not alone. I just feel like I've missed out on like 17 months of India's life. Because she won't come to me. She won't play with me, she just doesn't want to know me. And it's so hard. And then it's so hard to like trying to play with her and trying to hug her when you know she doesn't want that. If I could, I would run away. But I can't because I've got a little boy who needs breastfeeding. And also, where would I run away to? Anyway, I just wanted to film this just so other mums know if they're feeling the same or trying to search for something along this subject line, that you're not alone. It does happen, and it's happening to me as well. And also, this is real life. You know, YouTube isn't just about we're all upbeat and happy and everything else. This is real life, and some people might be saying, oh, it's the baby blues, it's the postpartum blues, but it's not. This has been going on for the last 17 months. And I've tried to find an answer, and everyone just says it's a phase, she'll get over it. But it's been 17 months. How can this be a phase when it's 17 months? I just feel like I've lost my daughter. I feel like she doesn't love me anymore. And I can't do anything about it because she won't come to me. So I'm going to pull back and hope that she might come back to me at some point. I'm going to leave it here because there's nothing really else for me to say.